is the NBA on NBC. The 1997 NBA playoffs. Today, it's the New York Knicks versus the Miami Heat.
And the tip controlled by Chris Childs. This decisive seventh game. Oakley for Ewing. Right at number 33 on that opening pass, and the Knicks with a 2-0 lead. Rashawn Leonard brushing off Allen Houston, and Houston with the block. Ball on Ewing. It's a loose ball foul.
Oh, here's the perfect execution. The back hit on Alonzo Mourning, and the perfect pass up top over the rim where nobody can do a thing about it. Here's Patrick Ewing's record in 7 games. 2 and 3. You would expect him to shoot the ball better, but Patrick can give it to you so many different ways.
Mourning able to get down. Alonzo Mourning.
Of the matchup between Patrick Ewing and Alonzo Mourning, the truth of the matter is they rarely play one another. But in this case, because of suspensions, people not able to play, they are forced to watch each other. And you saw the nice move there by Mourning. Fouls on him when he's out of position.
Ewing to the drop step. The Knicks 4, the Heat 2. Once again, the Heat go to the double. Mourning with the steal of that pass from Childs at the ball, and a 4-2 lead. Houston. Allen Houston with a nice move, going right at Rashawn Leonard.
Well enough to bother Allen Houston, and he showed it there, just jumping over.
Alonzo Mourning got the step.
Into the lane. That's the second time Mourning has gotten there.
Well, Childs coughed it up again. Marley. Hit from behind by Childs, but a good foul by Childs, not allowing Marley to put it down.
Alonzo Mourning getting the ball in his favorite spot. No pressure from Ewing, no body contact, and Mourning wasn't even feeling for it, just took it on the hard step to the lane and beat him with the hook shot. Quick hands by Tim Hardaway, forcing the turnover, waiting for Marley to fill that lane, and Chris Childs taking a chance there on committing the hard foul. Very easily could have been flagrant if he had not gotten a piece of the ball.
Hudson sat out 5 because of injury, 1 due to suspension. Ashburn posting up.
His first possession, he just settled for a fadeaway jumper over Oakley.
Off the scale. 4-on-2 for the Heat. Leonard for 3. Kept alive and Mourning converts.
As Ewing and Wallace made half-hearted efforts with one-hand grab.
Bad pass from Houston with Mourning fronting Ewing. Hardaway for 3.
We'll go with them while they take the court. Well, it's going to be just like you're at home and you're watching, one of your favorite teams play. No question, I'm going to be pulling all the way from.
Much as the Knicks have turnover problems in Game 6, they continue here. Here's one by Allen Houston. Chris Childs has the other 3, and Childs unable to contain Tim Hardaway in the open floor, as if anybody could on that kind of play.
The Knicks have turned it over 6 times. Open shot for Marley. And Alonzo Mourning able to trot back to the offensive end. Mourning for 3. And finally, the Knicks are able to score. Didn't see Oakley was wide open at the baseline. Here's Ewing with the rebound. It's now Miami 20 and New York 10 for the fadeaway. And the rebound handled by Leonard. Hardaway for 3. Well, Tim Hardaway relocating the touch. Madison Square Garden on Friday night. Not the case thus far today. Hardaway fouled. Hacked by Ward.
Well, here's Alonzo Mourning as he did in Game 6, stepping out behind the line, hitting his second three-pointer of this series. And Tim Hardaway, after this offensive rebound, spotting up as all of the Knicks defense compressed. Too late on Hardaway.
Timeout taken with 2:35 left in the first.
Is furious. I'm sure he was happy when the first one went in, but not happy with that shot at all.
Buck Williams getting the roll. Point range here in the first quarter. Mourning blocked by Ewing. Mourning on the recovery, foul. First quarter down to a half minute remaining. Charlie Ward to the left hand for a beautiful move. Anderson, who just checked in, he's played an important role in this series. Isaac Austin coming up short. 24-second violation. Buck Williams loops it over to Patrick Ewing. Fires it up. So that's the end of the first. Miami at one stretch with 18 unanswered. And they lead the Knicks 25-14. You are watching the NBA on NBC. Out of this series, down 3-1 and 3-2, able to stave it off. Chris Childs opens up the second quarter. The rest of the playoffs, should there be the rest of the playoffs. Boston gets inside. It is taking an unusual number of shots. Here's Mashburn.
Able to get the Knicks into any kind of offense, and to this point, Charlie Ward has looked very tentative.
And Ward able to hit on that fast break attempt. Mashburn setting up off the dribble. On Oakley. Jamal Mashburn
Of this series, and at times has looked lost. Not today. He has been an aggressive post player, working the right baseline, working to the middle, taking his favorite little fadeaway shot. At times, Jamal Mashburn will settle for too many jump shots.
Crotty and Anderson in the backcourt with Mourning, Mashburn, and Austin up front. Here's Mourning. Alonzo Mourning to Miami. Wallace to the crossover. Smooth, but then rejected. Mashburn played by Wallace. And rejected by Wallace. Childs for three. Ewing on the foul. Yes, and it counts.
Well, you can afford to take a bunch of jump shots if you're going to have Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley, or in this case, Buck Williams around the basket to clean up the mess, as they did in this particular sequence, as Alonzo Mourning had pretty good position, but just slapping it up, playing volleyball on that backboard, and that's where the Knicks could do some damage to the Miami Heat.
6:29 remaining in this first half.
Get the call. Those are the kinds of fouls, the careless ones, that Alonzo picks up.
Good look by Ward, finding the cutting Ewing. Now the chant of "Let's go Heat." Austin taking it to the hook. And a foul. Blocking foul on Buck Williams. Took the hit.
Patrick Ewing came into this game so alert, so aware, and that was a little eye contact with Charlie Ward to set that play up, and just getting his defensive man up on him. Patrick Ewing, a little jab step, and right to the basket.
Game 6 at the Garden. On pass once again by Ward, but Houston rejected. Sidelined by the suspension. Austin. Hardaway.
Terrific ball move by the Heat.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Ewing from deep. Yes. Patrick Ewing with 15. Battle between Buck Williams and Alonzo Mourning. Hardaway. Ewing had the angle to cut him off.
Defensively here, as he was way too far out. Now again, he has to be legal defensively, but you have to have your knees bent at the foul line, ready to plug the lane.
First half. 7th and deciding game between the Knicks and the Heat. And here is Wallace with his first field goal as we come up on 3 minutes to go in the first half. Allen Houston with a weak pass picked off by Mourning. Marley. And Mourning foul. Foul on Ewing.
And a good non-call by the officials. It didn't affect the shot or the play.
Oh, what a move by Sean Leonard for his first field goal. Houston trying to drive it to the basket, but forcing the issue. Mourning fouled by Ward. The basket counts, and Mourning to the line.
Well, everybody plays Sean Leonard as a jump shooter, and he's a terrific three-point shooter, but just that little hesitation got Allen Houston to stand up straight, and Vashawn Leonard took care of the rest. And then Mourning getting out and beating everybody down the floor. And Charlie Ward committing the cardinal sin, not so much committing the foul, but letting Alonzo Mourning make the layup in the process.
Tonight in Chicago, they'll face a well-rested Chicago Bulls squad. And Hardaway will head to the line.
And try to get that fourth foul on Mourning.
Here's the double on Ewing, and he finds the open man. Charles Oakley with his second field goal. A minute and 40 gone by. Houston with second effort. Allen Houston with his second field goal. Strong start by the Knicks.
Well, once the ball goes inside to Patrick Ewing, and with Mourning in some foul trouble, the Heat, who hate to double team but have to in this instant, and you can show they're not used to double teaming. They don't cover up in the lane very well. And then this time, Patrick Ewing stayed away in transition, let Houston go to work, because Patrick is not going to be able to touch the ball every time down the floor, and it's absolutely imperative for New York to get this man going offensively.
Had the ball knocked away, recovered. Hardaway with the shot clock running down. Tim Hardaway. Ward sets it up for Ewing. Yes. The Knicks looking sharp here at the start. And Mashburn forced it. Played well by Oakley, and Mourning called for the foul. Not a smart foul by Alonzo Mourning.
Mourning there, and that generally puts his team in a hole.
That's been the pattern with Mourning. And now the Knicks will look to take advantage. Patrick Ewing.
Well, Patrick Ewing on the move as Ike Austin going out to try to pick up on that pick and roll situation. And once again, the Heat not covering up in the lane and protecting.
Austin did a good job. He ate 8 points the last 9 minutes of the second quarter. And it's beginning to get testy as Childs was called for the foul.
Mashburn against Oakley. He has too much quickness for Oakley, who's a good inside defender.
Austin again.
Third quarter is this. Get the ball inside to Ewing.
And Ewing goes right at Austin. Patrick Ewing has had an exceptional ball game.
Well, we talk about the loss of Starks and Johnson today, but this is where the Knicks missed P.J. Brown, who was doing a good job of Ewing, getting help from Alonzo Mourning, but Austin unable to do it one-on-one there. Patrick Ewing, 10 for 15 from the field, 21 points, 10 rebounds, and really getting it going here in the third quarter. Stepping out for the jump shot off penetration, getting excellent inside position, and then just working over Isaac Austin with a nice little drop step to the baseline. And Patrick Ewing scoring where he scores best, right around the basket.
In this third quarter, Knicks have come out hitting 6 of 7 from the field. Not that time, though. Mashburn posting. Oh, Oakley with the steal and called for time. What a play by Charles Oakley. Took the 20 on the steal.
Well, I said earlier that Mashburn should have a mismatch against Charles Oakley because of his quickness, but here he's trying to take him inside. That's where Oakley is an outstanding defender in the post. But the flick away, and then a typical Charles Oakley play, giving up his body. I don't know if he had possession there. I guess he did, as he was trying to put his hands together to get the stoppage of play.
Staff at one point, they reeled off 18 unanswered. Hardaway. And the Heat leads 55-44, along with 5 assists. Allen Houston for 3. Allen Houston on the shot. And here's Ewing. Will it count? No. It went over the top of the backboard and deflected in. Austin and Mashburn. Mourning on the bench after picking up a 4th foul. Hardaway again. That's a 3.
Let Patrick Ewing just force Austin in that tough shot.
Hardaway took it away from Childs. Hardaway. Careless ball handling by Chris Childs. Buck Williams. Crowd wanted to travel. Foul is called on Jamal Mashburn. By Hardaway in this third quarter. He can take over a ball game. Fires again. Childs with the shot clock running down. Rejected by Austin. Fast break. Leonard with the pull-up. Changed his mind. Good play to get it to Mashburn. And the Knicks calls for the foul.
No way of telling, but Pat Riley saying, I'm sorry to Hardaway, my fault. He didn't say I'm sorry. He said, my fault. That almost empowers a player and builds his confidence up, saying, hey, don't worry about that turnover. I'll take the heat for that. You keep playing, and you can see Tim Hardaway, although this guy very rarely ever loses any confidence.
Man of defense. Williams set up by Patrick Ewing.
An excellent high percentage shot.
Hardaway for three. Houston for three. Hardaway for three. An extraordinary show being put up by Tim Hardaway. Charlie Ward. Houston with the save, finding Ewing. Good look by Houston, and the Heat up now 71-54 in the third. Hardaway lost it, and Ward comes up short as this third quarter concludes. One of these spectacular third quarter performances in playoff history. Tim Hardaway with 18 of the Heat's 22 in the third. 6 of 9 overall from downtown. He has 31 in all.
Well, normally Tim Hardaway saves this for late in the fourth quarter. He has started early in this game number 7 as Mourning ecstatic on the bench.
The thing that has stuck in his craw all these years is that he didn't win that game. He said, today, this is a good feeling for me today, and I'm going to win the game this time. Marv?
Not shot well. 3 of 13 from the field. Rashawn Leonard for 3. Rashawn Leonard accounting for 18 of Miami's 22 points in the third. Houston for 3. Allen Houston.
Game. Little did he know at that time that Tim Hardaway was going to erupt.
Allen Houston showing some signs. Fourth foul. Miami was up by 11. They now lead by 13. Here's Mourning. Alonzo Mourning with 18. Ewing gives it back out. Houston for 3. Allen Houston.
Beaten team, but really their object should be to try to get this thing with around 10 points.
Ashburn knocks down a 3. And Hardaway able to handle. Hardaway finding the rim. It has been a Jordan-esque performance. Miami trying to make it 60. Ewing lost it. And Mourning thought he was fouled. Ewing are the big men with the 3 guards. Childs rejected by Mourning.
Third quarter in game 4, and now he's a starter due to the absence of P.J. Brown.
Patrick Ewing with 27 points. In the fourth. Here's Ward. Hard foul on Charlie Ward. Might be a flagrant. Let's see.
Flagrant foul.
It is a flagrant foul. Matt, was that a payback?
No, I don't think so. In fact, I think they were going to try to block the shot, but Charlie Ward up in the air gets his feet out from under him. Although, wait a minute now, Jamal Mashburn, a little bit different there. Coming in from that angle, he did not even really leave his feet to try to block that shot. He wanted to make sure he committed the hard foul on the body, and that it was a flagrant foul. And really no need for the Heat to get involved with anything like this.
Nice backdoor pass from Ward.
We want the Knicks, or at least he did. I don't know if he was speaking for everybody there. Patrick Ewing with authority hammers that one home.
In the first quarter, 18 unanswered. At one juncture, Ewing is fouled. Ewing. Nice move by Patrick Ewing. He has 33. Rebound. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Houston for 30. Remaining in the fourth quarter. The steal by Leonard. Chalk up another Knick turnover. Number 19. Ward trying to get it back.
2 minutes.
Johnny Walker, 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Gets it to Charles Oakley. 90-80 the score. Miami on top. Childs off the screen. Set up beautifully for the three. Chris Child. Ewing puts the move on Moore. Patrick Ewing with 35. And the Heat up by 7. Foul is given by Childs. They've outscored the Heat 31-23 to cut into what once was a 17-point lead. It is now down to 7 with 1:06 to go. Minute remaining. Childs blocked by Mourning. Scott Brooks came on for Charlie Ward. Got entangled with Alonzo Mourning. Game 7 scenarios. Mourning with the rebound and a foul. Charles Oakley and Alonzo Mourning going for that loose ball. Conversation between Hardaway and Oakley to three-point territory. Alonzo Mourning and Charles Oakley hit the deck. And Charles Oakley and Alonzo Mourning actually showing some compassion for each other for the first time this series. And what a performance for Patrick Ewing. He sat down with 37 but could not do it by himself. Allen Houston turning it in the second half, but a very poor shooting first half, which hurt. 1 of 9 from the field. 10-point Miami lead. And now Oakley fouls Mourning just to stop the clock. John Crotty running the clock out. It is all over. Standing ovation for the Miami Heat. They have become the 6th team of the history of the NBA to come back from a 3-1 deficit to win a playoff series. They do it by taking 3 in a row and knock off the Knicks 101-90.
All right, thanks, Mark. Jimmy, you were a little nervous going into this game, but you did not play that way.
No, I didn't play that way, but I was a little nervous. I was anxious to get this game going, and it showed today. I was just hyper and just came out with energy and just started making shots.
What was the mindset on this team when you guys were down 3-1? Still thought you'd come back?
Yeah, we still thought we'd come back, but it was just every game, one game at a time, and just win one game at a time and try to get the series.
And you knew the pressure would be on you. They had to have a big game to win it today.
Yeah, I had to. My big man was in foul trouble. I had to make some shots.
All right, congratulations, Jim. We'll see you next series.
All right, thanks.
All right, let's go over to Jim Gray. Was with Alonzo Mourning.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmad. I'm here with Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo, congratulations.
Thank you.
The first question that really needs to be asked here is, if both teams had their full complement of players, would you guys have been able to come back from that 3-1 deficit, particularly winning the last 2 games?
Yes, we would have been capable of beating the team. We beat them with their whole squad, you know, so they didn't it would have made a difference, but we still would have been capable of beating them.
Alonzo, you're a very close friend with Patrick Ewing. He was your mentor. You've got to feel very bad for him, I'm sure, because he had virtually guaranteed a win and said that he thought that this was his championship year. Your feelings toward him?
Well, listen, you know, we have established a relationship over the years that's inseparable. You know, he's been a great inspiration to my career and, you know, to me as a person, you know, and I do feel bad, but at the same time, we have learned to separate the two. There's business and there's friendship. He understands that, but that won't change our friendship at all.
Quickly, can you beat Chicago?
Without a doubt, we can. If we stay focused, have PJ back in the lineup, and we execute, don't turn the ball over because they thrive off of turnovers. We take care of the ball and execute. We have no problem with beating Chicago, and the key to it is defense.
Alonzo, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's send it back now to Marv Albert.